Okay, I'm going to set this up and pray for success, but I am having storage issues with my phone, so it may not work. Well, but we'll see. Garden update. It's really not a lot changed, although I did get some things planted today, and it's our mint. It's the chocolate mint, and our regular spearmint. The cinnamon basil is going to flower. I'm holding back and waiting for some seeds. There were a few here today, and letting it go to seed so that I have my own sage, rosemary, and bamboo. One of our, believe that these are the lemon pear um, transplants. I forgot to title these. They're doing really well. But speaking of tomatoes doing really well, holy macaroni, we got maters. I guess I'll go this way first. These first ones are lemon pear, and we're just loaded. Yeah. Our first one is ripening right down there. But next week I should see a dramatic improvement, or more. These are also lemon pear right here. And these up here are San Marzano, and they are equally just blowing away. They are doing so good. Right over here, you can see some more of them right over there. But yeah, they're doing amazing. Really, really happy with them. Borage is doing real well. Basil is getting eaten by something. We sprayed with neem oil today. There's another couple of them over here. They're really eaten. But like I said, I sprayed what needed to be sprayed today with neem oil. This is Monster Mater that you guys have seen me stake up and talk about. It's my oldest tomato plant. Still producing. Yep. Still giving me some tomatoes. And its baby, which was a cutting that I took, is doing just as well. It is pumping out some tomatoes. So, we've got a lot of tomatoes coming. Come back around here, and it looks like the cold might have got our loofahs. It's okay, it's almost time to plant them again, so it is what it is, but we'll see what happens. They look a little fried, but they're a warm, very warm weather plant, so one of our lettuce varieties is doing really well down there, and I am convinced these are sunflowers coming up. I don't expect them to stay, but hey, they made it through a little bit of a frost, so we'll see. Our little cauliflower are coming, slowly but surely. It's a lack of sun issue throughout the garden, really. However, this thing that Mom thought was broccoli, I'm beginning to think is cabbage. And there's another one right next to it. And some babies coming along that'll do what they do. The peas look a little yellowy since the frost, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Our bell peppers are coming along. Got some blooms there. Got some little tiny peppers forming there. And over here, we've already got one hanging. Can you see that? Can't really see my screen. Yeah, there he is. And we've got some more plants coming there. This was a San Marzano baby. And it's starting to come along good. And over here, well, we think something's eating some things over the fence. But anyway, things aren't a total loss. I let some of these go to seed for me. These are my green beans. Started replanting them in this pot last week. Got one sprouted real nice in a week. Our collards are coming along. Some cabbage. More cabbage. More cabbage, broccoli. Strawberries did great during the little cold snap. They're down there hiding under their pine needles, but they're doing just great. celery is surprising me. The growth rate now, it took so long to germinate. Today we planted this bed full of spinach so that we will have beds like this. That's our red Russian kale of spinach. David and I both really love leafy greens, so this is where we planted our shampoo ginger. I look forward to that sprouting in the spring. And in the background we have some more of that red Russian kale. Some of the neon white Swiss chard. And this is my basil that's getting eaten to death. But I'm letting it go to seed too, so it's okay. We have some more of those neon white Swiss chard popping here. Gave them a little bit of a nitrogen fertilizer today. And on the other side, we've got more cabbage coming. This is a red romaine lettuce. It's not doing quite as good as its counterpart on the other side of the aisle, but not bad. We got a couple of plants of bunching onions. Can you see those back there? These. And more basil going to seed for me. The pollinators have just had a blast with this stuff. They have loved it. It smells so good in the garden too. Ginger sprouting everywhere. I've seen even places I forgot I planted it. Got it there and there. The asparagus is doing what asparagus does. Still have another year before I can eat it, so just let it go. Some lavender that's still flowering. I have some over there in the corner that is too, along with our lemongrass that has gone to seed. I need to harvest that seed and get it replanted. Can never have enough lemongrass. More ginger. More ginger. Some chamomile back there, but it hasn't bloomed yet. And we're back to our tomatoes. So that kind of gives you a brief overview of what's going on. Today I planted some more carrots, trying again, because these three are just not going to quite cut it. Put some more carrots in there. Get some broccoli coming. And take a little walk on the outside of the garden. And you might recognize these shelves from another location. Did a little rearranging. I needed a better place to put seed starts. And so I stole the shelves from over by the kitchen in the dining room. And today we started 12 pigeon peas. Dan, thank you. Permaculture Dan sent those to me. I appreciate. We have purple tabbouleh tree seeds planted in here. I'm doing real well with the red burgundy onions. They're sprouting. I've got them planted some with the celery, some with tomatoes. Planted some more with tomatoes today. Transplanted them. I've been starting them in trays like this and just transplanting them out as they sprouted. And these were two different types of eggplant that I want to get started before it gets too hot. I look forward to having some eggplant. One of them is a red Turkish, which will be really cool. David did some solar lights today, and one of them was in our outhouse. One of them was up at the front of the property at the front catchment. But we now